Hello, for my presentation on the medium, I chose to do the television, and I did a large variety of empirical research on it, and I decided to go about my day on campus around for my classes from 8 to 11, and then I go to Miss Manny's afterwards, and I was doing research on how many TVs I see just turned on randomly throughout my day. And I counted 8 alone, just whether it was in a hallway, in the classroom, in someone's office. I even counted some like computers that just had Netflix on them or just something like that. And even just in those handful of hours, I counted 8. And even from when TVs were invented, which was, I have a note card that I'm reading from, which was March 7th, 1876. There was no way you would see that many on just in 5 to 6 hours or so. And I also chose to sit down, turn the TV on, and study and do some homework to see if background noise of a TV or something like that would help me focus some. Because I know for a large variety of people that having background noise or having a show on helps them kind of get like the mojo of doing homework or just help them get it done a little bit faster. Personally, not me. I just get too distracted and I want to focus on whatever show's on or whatever's going on the TV. So for me personally, it doesn't work. And I also asked the question, not just to me, to like some of my classmates, some of my friends around here, of how often they watch it, just to see how much more popular it is now to how much more popular it would be to compare it to the time that it was invented. And a lot of them say that they watch it multiple hours a day, whether it's on their phones, whether it's on their laptops, at their house, or whatever. And it says it's a proven fact that people, adults wise though, in the United States now watch an average of about 41 hours per week, and that's 70% more than 25 years ago. And to me, that's kind of pitiful, because personally I'm not a big TV person, and if I'm watching something on TV, it has to be a movie. If it's a show, that it has to really get me like hooked in for me to even really want to pay attention to it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna watch it. And the influence that it has on the world is huge. If the television were to be taken, I won't say it wasn't invented, because if it wasn't invented, people would never, obviously it wouldn't have an impact because people wouldn't know what it was. But if it were to be taken away, say like tomorrow morning, no television, as in no Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, any of that, I don't think people would know how to cooperate with it. And I would include myself in that, because I am a big Netflix person and Disney Plus and all of that. I use those things. And I've used those things more than cable, as in like actual like television cable, for years now. And I genuinely don't think people would know what to do, because there's a lot of things that, like, even just having it as like just on, like my mom, for example, like as soon as like she gets up in the morning, cut me off, I don't really know why, but as I was saying, the first thing my mom does when she gets up in the morning is go into the living room and turn the TV on, even if she's not going to stay in there. It's just kind of like a habit thing. And like my dad will come upstairs and be like, what's the point of having the TV on if you're not gonna watch it? And she just always has background noise. And I think I kind of get it from my dad, is that I don't need it on, so I don't turn it on. But an example of the communication that comes from television, I would say the news is probably the biggest one that comes with it, because the news keeps people informed, keeps people up to date on everything. They know what's going on around them. They know what's going on from places completely across the world from them, like everywhere. They gives them the weather, gives literally everything you could think of comes from the news. And I would also say it's probably the impact on communication, along with the example. But impact-wise, that's probably what I would say, because people don't have to, like, I don't have to go ask someone like, hey, what happened with this and this, because I can just watch the news and it's probably going to be there. but impact on life, I would say, from television itself, like everyday life, is people are far too engrossed in technology altogether. I feel like if television was never invented, I'm not saying I would rather it not be invented. I would obviously very grateful for it, but I feel like if it was never invented, then people wouldn't be so obsessed, I would say, in technology as a whole, because I feel like TV is really what kicked it off, in my own opinion. Because granted, I wasn't there, so I don't really know, but as a whole, I feel like that really, like, they started building and building and building from that. Because granted, it was in 1876, so not much was going on then technology-wise. But once they got more with that and realized they could do more with it, people started getting a little more obsessed with it. Which, I mean, I get it. You can understand that you can do more things with it, so that's exciting. But people kind of disconnect with other people and get more involved in technology solely, as if it's the only thing they need to focus on. Personally, if technology was never invented and I never knew it was a thing, do I think I would have a perfectly fine everyday life? Yeah. I don't think I would really have a bad life. I don't think I'd be upset about anything. I think I'd be fine. Granted, I'm like that now. I have a perfectly fine life. I'm okay with everything. But I also could honestly not tell you the last time I turned the TV on and like fully watched it. Like, I turn it on when I get ready in the morning sometimes. Just like, say if I'm doing my hair, I get actually getting ready, I'll turn like a Netflix show on really fast. But odds are I'm not gonna get through one episode unless it's a show that I'm actually find interesting, which is kind of rare. But usually, like, it's very hard for me to get fully engrossed. I'm a YouTube person if I'm watching something, because max it's like 30 minutes, because it's just hard for me to stay so in tune with something like that. But I feel like since television was invented and people got so obsessive with what they could find that they could do, it's just kind of gotten more powerful, and that just really kickstarted it. Thank you.